ink in my veins, sink full of razors and rhythm. Think tanks tank while the whole tank fills with victims. The signals move silent, little circuits in the sentence. Quiet storm loading before rhythm turns a weapon. I don't hate the machine, I hate that I need it. I call it a cage, then charge it and feed it. Yeah, ink in my veins like a sink full of razors. Think tanks tank while I shrink in the basement. Basement mentality, federal penalty energy. Headlines medicate everyone chemically. Serotonin owned by a phone with a cracked screen. Backed up dreams in a tax-funded bad dream. Fact check. I fact check the fact checkers bias, then spun in the silence like Wi-Fi inside us. Binary diary, zeros and heroes. Stereo fear, soul clean and sterile. Merit when hysterical, barely numerical. Bury your plot shared with a miracle commercial. They said be patient, I patented panic. Manic mechanics, planet-sized damage. Banquet of bankrupt CEOs eating the planet while I eat can't hope with my back to the cabinet. Ceramic veneer over fear I inherit. A polished up panic, they marketed it as merit. Said I revolt but I budgeted rage. Put revolution on layaway, minimum wage, minimum cage. Invisible prison division, repackaged just televised vision. Listen, I'm in it, complicit, addicted, convicted by cookies I willingly clicked on. I know the trap, I drew the map, I signed the terms, then blame the app. Mad at the machine, but I feed in my data. Tweet that I hate it, then rate it 5 stars later. Scroll through the smoke while the system gets richer. Late stage living, everybody's a fixture. Mad at the machine, but I feed in my data. Tweet that I hate it, then rate it 5 stars later. Crown made of chrome on the throne, made of rent. Everybody broke but pretending content. Clickbait fade at the algorithm alter. Sacrificial thought caught digital slaughter. Waterboard boredom with scrolling disorder. Pouring dopamine straight through the border. Borderline headline dread, fed in my head. Said I'd be better, instead I just bled on a thread in a feed. Designed to mislead while I beg my own screen for proof on my head. Ahead of what? Dead in a tux with a grin. Enter its whispers commensurate within. Within reason, treason's a seasonal fashion. Cash and compassion and ration the rations. I last for attraction, get traction from captions. Fracture attention, call damage engagement. Mention redemption, extension of tension. Pension suspended, one late payment. Breathing my ribs, stressing my molars. Landlord dreams and corporate donors. I vent like a prophet, then shop like a hostage. Add one more comfort to soften the voltage. I'm meant to dismantle the mantle and handle the scandal, but sampled the scandal instead. Gambled on grammar, got hammered by glamour, then branded my anger and sold it as drag. Camera spam famine, then handed to brands. Banner red stand out demands into trends. A friend of a friend with the lens in the den. What energy since till the cycle begins. Mad at the machine, but I feed in my data. Tweet that I hate it, then rate it 5 stars later. Scroll through the smoke while the system gets richer. Late stage living, everybody's a fixture. Mad at the machine, but I feed in my data. Tweet that I hate it, then rate it 5 stars later. Crown made of chrome on a throne made of rent. Everybody broke but pretending content. Syntax intact in a flash. Cash app, cash back on backlash and ash. Ashes to assets, I gas like the casket. Ask if I'm drastic, fantastic, I mask it. Mask off, I auction the oxygen. Locked in, toxic and boxed again. Confidence sponsored by rented accomplishments. Panic looks polished when packaged as providence. I funded the thunder, then wonder who done this. Funded the funnel, then run from the function. Done with the pun is the punch is the pageant. Still click the link when they dress it in damage. Outrage, produced and packaged and budgeted. Judge it, then love it, then rush to republish it. Publish and punish and push it to trending. Bend every ending, a flatter pretending. Trending, I'm trembling, silent adrenaline. Just to feel human, just to feel relevant. Every hot take concealed in a template. Even my rage got approved by the entrance. I call it rebellion, polish the evidence. Pose with the wound till the wound becomes elegant. Say that I'm different, then move with the regimen. Marching in circles to sponsor resentment. I am the product, I am the pitch, I am the glitch that keeps asking which side of the screen still counts as living. When every free thing cost what I'm given. Mad at the machine, but I hate my name. Swore I'd escape, but then paid for the cage. Scroll through the smoke till the mirror got richer. Late stage of living, everybody's a fixture. Mad at the machine, but I hate my face. Call the convenience and call it a chase. Crown made of chrome on a throne made of rent. Everybody body broke but performing content. Later our glamour was framed by the frame. Blame the whole game on, let's play it for fame. Name on the playlist, faceless and nameless. Aimless but famous for flaming the flameless. I spit it acidic and vivid but livid. I pivot to comfort the second it's risky. Critics say genius, I grin at the gimmick. Cynical, clinical, miracle mimic. Maybe the mamba will crack when it's dressed. Maybe the rest of us rest when we're stressed. Maybe the best revolutions of breath we take back from deck collector's chest. Maybe the first real act of resistance is sitting alone without buying assistance. Maybe the quiet is sharper than posting. Maybe I'm tired of branding my hopeless. No post, no proof, no brand.